We've all had the moment when someone homeless has asked us for money. We have a choice. We either walk past or we give something and wonder how it's going to be spent. It feels like a problem with no answer. But there is a way to reach out and help our homeless neighbors. We can't fix the problem of homelessness, but we can rescue people, one by one. At Springs Rescue Mission, we do it every day. Our mission starts with food and shelter.
So right now we're doing 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 3 dinners. And we feed, on the low end, 100,000 meals a year go out of this kitchen.
They'll come in for food, and the chefs and the staff at the kitchen can build trust to the point that they're willing to come see an advocate for services.
Our clients, and some of them have young kids, and they can't skip a meal. They have to take advantage of a warm shelter when it's available.
I think the people experiencing homelessness who come to our shelter are just like you'd encounter at a party somewhere or a gathering at church or anything like that. They all come in a little bit different based on their story. So hearing their story is very important. And when we hear their story, we know the steps that will likely lead them out of this experience. We start with the basics. Do you have enough to eat? Do you have identity documents? Do you have clothing that's appropriate for the season? Because nobody can concentrate on higher level recovery when they're missing those essentials. So often when people come to the shelter and they're really broken and they know there are issues and they encounter trustworthy people here, they can feel comfortable to turn their lives over, really, to the people that can help them through a next step in the process, which is recovery from their addiction.
Springs Rescue Mission helps people in need find pathways out of poverty and make lasting changes. Chad spent a year in our addiction recovery program, and his life was completely transformed.
For a lot of the friends and family, they don't, especially the ones that don't understand the concept of the disease aspect of alcohol and drug addiction, they just don't get why you would continually put yourself in those situations. At times, I did not want to stop drinking, but I didn't want to drink. So really, my only option in my mind was suicide. It was probably one of the most humbling experiences. I realized that this is right where I needed to be, and this was my recovery. That if you want to change, no matter what the circumstances, the mission is here to give recovery and to love, and to know that for a lot of broken dudes that come through here, we've just never felt like we fit in anywhere, and we never had that family, and this is a family.
Making a successful transition back into the community requires courage and support. Our mentor teams walk alongside families who are ready to make that transition, with the goal to equip people who have experienced homelessness with everything they need to own homes of their own.
When I first became a single mom, I had nowhere to go with the kids. I met my mentor family, and the first step was to meet with the person that was best with budgeting. He had asked me to write out my budget, and I brought it to him, and he said it was bad and it wouldn't work. And so I got very upset about it, but I went home and rewrote it. They helped me be optimistic and not give up. I had it in my mind that there was no way that I was going to be able to do what needed to be done for me and my kids. I just closed on my first house today. I've been on my own for 7 years. I would have ended up in a pretty bad spot if I had just been making the decisions on my own. My mentor family helped me kind of broaden my perspective and set my goals a little bit higher than I'm sure that I would have on my own. I feel like I've set much higher goals, and I've gotten into a really nice job with benefits and all kinds of stuff that I never had before. Really, to me, it makes no sense how I could be doing what I'm doing right now.
Being here and seeing the impact, it's hard to describe because it's different for everybody, but it's life-changing.
When people donate to organizations that help the homeless and can stick with them and guide them day by day, it can change lives.
Because of your generosity, Springs Rescue Mission can give so much more than a meal. Together, we're providing shelter, rehabilitative care, and training. We are giving our homeless neighbors hope for a brighter future. Thank you for your support.